the good will be great. We can't afford to play safe. You want it now, well don't wait. You miss all the shots you don't take. Hey, yeah, I know what you told me. If you want it that bad, then show me. You gotta want it more than I do. Cause I see the greatness inside you, yeah. We may rise, we may fall, yeah, but we got way more in store. Don't slow down, we can't afford to, yeah. They so great, they can't ignore you. We ain't come to break even. We ain't done, we ain't leaving. We don't stop, we don't quit. You want the victory, well here it is.
I just heard him die.
We are back home in Wisconsin for a few days, so we drove over to Wisconsin Rapids tonight with my new Hoyt Eclipse. We're going to get it all set up here at Jake Mancl's tonight, and then we'll be all set to go for the hunting season in a few weeks.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Oh, brought the boss with too. As far as she's comfortable shooting,
Yeah.
and then take this and then just slide
Match
it
it
across
up.
the tape. Yeah.
So it matches up. Yep, that makes sense.
Yep. Nice. It's a shooter.
Where we had that other stand last year was right over there. But most of the deer last year, I kept seeing them come a lot of times from over in here. So I think up in there is gonna be a better bet. It's September 12th here today. We're out here this afternoon on a piece of public that me and Melissa spent a lot of time on last year. It's a spot we call Marathon. It's a little bit of a hike to get in here. We came in here today and put a camera up, freshened up a scrape.
Yeah, we're excited about this spot. We had some really good encounters here last fall, and actually our last sit in this spot in Marathon, we had several good bucks around, and unfortunately we ended up getting out of the stand early to track a wounded deer that we saw come through, and we tracked for several hundred yards and we never found the deer. We ran into the hunter, but unfortunately by the time we got back to the stand it was getting dark, so we had to pack up, and that was our last sit in here last fall. So we're really excited to come back in here again this season and just see what it holds for us. We're out here shooting some arrows this morning, getting ready for our afternoon hunt today. This will be my first hunt of the 2023 fall season here in Iowa. Really just looking forward to being able to get out and hunt tonight. We had some really high temps last week and the weather finally just dropped within the last 24 hours. So hopefully the deer will be moving good for us tonight and we'll be able to go and have an enjoyable first hunt of the year.
We had a bit of a fiasco getting in here today, but it's my first hunt of the season, so I guess that's to be expected a little bit. We've got probably close to 1.5 miles walk in here, and I'd say about 1 mile in, I realized I forgot my release in my bow case, so Mike thankfully ran back to the truck and got it for me, and so we just got in here, got set up. It's about 5:15 now. We kicked up a few deer on the way in here. A little spiker and then a couple of does, but for the most part we did good getting set up here and we're ready to go now, so we'll see what tonight brings for us. looks big. He looks really, holy shit. Oh my God, Mike. Oh my God. I'm so nervous. I just saw the biggest buck in my life. That was really cool. We've got a ditch line in front of me over here. And this spot that we're sitting, I mean, deer can come from any direction, so you kind of just gotta keep your head in a swivel. But I happened to glance over at the ditch, and all I could see were horns. And so I figured it had to be a pretty good deer. And then when he stepped up out of the ditch, I was like, yes, this is a good shooter buck. So we watched him for a while. He never got closer than probably 50 yards. Went back in the ditch, and then we just lost him like 10 minutes ago. I think he went out in the CRP out that way, so. But I'm not sure. I mean, he could just be standing on the other side of the ditch and standing still so we can't see him, but I told Mike he's gotta be prepared so he doesn't make a sneak attack behind us. So we'll just wait and see, I guess. Saturday, and we are back here at Marathon tonight. This was not our original plan. However, the spot that we had picked out for tonight, the fields out there are being harvested today, so it just wasn't going to work out for us. Mike was in here last night hunting, and they had some good action in here again last night. So we don't typically like to hunt the same spot 3 days in a row, but just with the weather and the wind and the harvest schedules, it's just kind of how it all landed for us. But we got in here a little early today. We actually moved the stand. So from where we were hunting the other night, we're closer to this ditch here. The weather is in the 50s today, and we still got a pretty good breeze coming through here. So we're really hoping the deer are going to move with the cooler weather today.
It is Monday, October 9th, and we are out here hunting on a farm that we were given permission to hunt by a friend. So this is a new property for us this year. We originally planned to hunt on the farm Saturday. However, they were combining the corn, so we had to rearrange our plans and we ended up in Marathon. But we made it out to the farm tonight, so this is our first sit together out here. I'm really looking forward to it. Mike actually put in a food plot out here this summer, so we're sitting over the food plot tonight, and we've got a few good bucks on camera. They've been fairly consistent, so we're really hoping that one of them shows up for us tonight.
Almost 5:30 now, and we just had a good encounter with 2 bucks. One of them was a nice 9-pointer that we've had on camera here, and it's actually, if Mike had to pick one deer for us to see or to shoot tonight, that's the one. So we got to watch him for a few minutes out here. Didn't come into range for a shot or anything, but it's still really early, so we've got a lot of time, and we're hoping that he makes his way back down here and maybe even comes in for some water tonight. So we know we've got a couple of bucks out on the field or nearby right now. So let's keep a lookout and hope that they make their way closer in here tonight.
Well, we had an eventful hunt out here on the farm this afternoon. We saw a couple of bucks early on, about 5:15, and then pretty steady through the evening. We had does coming out to the field, so there was almost always deer for us to watch tonight. And unfortunately, we didn't have our big 9-pointer come back, but that's okay. We were just glad we got to see him, and it was good to know that he showed up and that he's still around. So we're definitely looking forward to coming back out here and getting in another hunt out at the farm.
We're just out here today. We're getting the muzzleloader sighted in. I got my muzzleloader and Melissa's muzzleloader, and then Chuck has his muzzleloader too. Early muzzleloader season starts here next week, so we're just making sure that the muzzleloaders are good to go. I probably won't get out till late muzzleloader, but just getting them all dialed in today. Figured it'd be a good day to do it. It's kind of rainy, overcast. Beats doing it when it's cold out later in the season too. So we're out to 100 right now, and we're gonna take hopefully a few more shots and we'll be all good to go. Right in the frickin' bullseye.
It is Monday, October 16th, and we decided to hang up the bow for a few days here this week to get out and do some early muzzleloader season here in Iowa. It is my first hunt with a gun ever in Iowa, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I actually have my dad's muzzleloader that I'm using, so it's pretty special to me. We are out here on the farm tonight, and they recently picked the corn out here, and set up a ground blind shortly after that. So this is our first time out here in this spot, and we've had a few good bucks in this area. We actually had an encounter with one last week when we were bow hunting, so we've got high hopes for tonight, and we're just enjoying this spot here out on the farm in the ground blind.
It is Tuesday, October 17th, and we are out here on a different private piece that we haven't hunted previously together. This was kind of a backup plan for us today. We were originally going to hunt the farm again tonight, but we had what we think is a really good buck show up on camera this morning out here, so we didn't get the high-res photo in before we came out hunting this afternoon, so we're just hoping that it's the buck that we think it is, and that he's going to make his way back up to the alfalfa tonight. We're about 20-25 minutes south of where we hunted last night, so it's a good change of scenery, and we've got really good visibility out here, so we'll give it a shot and see what happens.
Burp. Burp. Burp.
Thank God. Come on, buddy, go down. You're done. He's done. My first Iowa buck with my dad's gun. I shot him freehand. I wasn't planning on doing that, but worked out. So we've got a buck down. It is Tuesday, October 17th, and we are out here on a piece of private property about 20 minutes south of where we hunted last night on the farm. Our plan was to hunt on the farm again tonight, but Mike got a picture of what we thought was a good shooter buck out here this morning, and so Mike made the call to come hunt out here instead tonight, and I'm really glad he did. We had an eventful hunt. We had a few does that were moving around us most of the night, 6-7 does,
And then about 6 o'clock we had a younger buck come out to the south of us. While we were trying to gauge how big he was, then we had another buck, which happened to be this one, come out from the west. Initially I wasn't really sure. I could tell he was tall, but I wasn't really sure if he was wide enough that I wanted to shoot him. We ended up watching him for probably 10-15 minutes. It felt a lot longer, but it was awesome to just watch him and really get a close look at him. He was within 30 to 40 yards the whole time we were watching him, and then he just came out in front of the blind and I had a perfect broadside shot, and he jumped the fence and maybe went another 20 yards and he was down here in the field. So this is my first Iowa buck. It's my first muzzleloader buck, and it is the first buck that I have shot in many years. So I've been hunting hard this season, and I hunted pretty hard last season, just didn't have any luck. I only bow hunted here last year. I didn't do a muzzleloader season. So I'm really glad I tried it out this year. Really thankful for this buck and the opportunity to hunt here. Thankful for Mike and all that he does, all the time and the effort that he puts into our hunting here. And huge shout out to Brad, our friend Brad. He got us permission to hunt this land here, and I'm gonna give my dad a call. I'm gonna FaceTime him. He's gonna be super pumped for me. I can't wait to hear his excitement on the phone. I wish he was here, but they're back in Wisconsin, so I'm sure he'll be happy to see it through the phone. And then we're gonna load him up and we're gonna head back, and we're gonna celebrate and throw him in the crock pot. You don't have to use that part.
Oh, we're using it.
No, we're actually gonna throw him in the crock pot though.